Beginning to realise just how big this is going to be. Hey folks, welcome back. It's the Big Barn Build, and today is a very long awaited and very exciting day because we get to see the solar start. Now, we've been working with 21 degrees on our MVHR system and ventilation inside the house, so when it came to any renewables on the outside, it seemed like a natural fit to work with them again. This shows the first part of that install. There's lots more to share over the coming weeks, but for now, let's head up onto the roof. So it's day one of our install and the sun is out, which is quite convenient because it's solar panels. All the tracks are starting to go on now. These are the brackets which will hold all of our panels down to the roof. So on this side of the roof, we've got one big array, and there's going to be approximately, well, not approximately, exactly 30 panels. So 3 high and 10 across. And then on the other side of the roof, as we get up to the viewing platform, there are going to be 2 on each side. So there's going to be 16 panels on that side, 16 that side, which will fit that space quite nicely. I think that's why I've gone for it. A bit of aesthetics. Beginning to realise just how big this is going to be. I thought we were filling kind of the middle part of the roof, but actually, apart from the fact that it leaves a bit of space each end, this is almost filling the whole lower half of the roof. So I think the plan for today is for them to get all of that prepared. There's going to be some cable trays, which we'll have a look at, which is for the cable management. And then the cables are actually going to come up over the roof, under the ridge, and down this side. And at that point, they need to go down, and there's a bit of wiring to sort out on the side of the building. It's going to go down in the cavity and underground. The very last panel ends up, because of the way the bracket sits, it ends up a little bit in from the end of the track. So the last, I don't know what it would be, 20 or 30 mil off bracket is going to be visible. So I'm going to see if I can get some matte black spray paint, and we'll give it a little touch up tonight so that once the panels are on, that's everything black. There's no aluminium showing. All right, it's day 2 and we've got more gear arriving on site now. So hopefully we can get these off, started up the old forklift so we can pack everything along one wall, and then it's ready for tomorrow. That's probably all right there, it's your level now. Have you haven't got a pump truck anyway? No, sorry. I can't drive on that though, can I?
Yeah, you'll be all right on that.
Will it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Good. More? Right, before I take you up on the roof for an update, what's going on up there, a quick sneak peek of everything that's just arrived. Not that I know exactly what it all is, but I know that these are the solar panels because they were heavy enough getting off. We've got, I think, 36 in this pack, and whatever the rest is over there, 30 odd in that section. One is on top, so we can have a quick look at that. So I think they said that they're slightly larger than... Right, that was James just sorting out the electrics for the plant room side of it. But this is one of the panels, so I don't know, they just look really big. I don't know if they are bigger than a conventional one. They are well, let's have a look. 2 meters by just over a meter, I think. So 113. Yeah, just under 2 meters. So for easy maths, 2 by 1. And then boxes. So that's a battery because they all stack. We've basically got 2 stacks. I might confuse people in the previous video because I've forgotten that, but basically because we've got 2 inverters, you end up with 2 stacks of batteries because the inverter is actually the same size as a battery. It sits on top. So we'll end up with 2 batteries in each stack. So they might actually be quite short, which is a good thing for us because it means that we've got the option to add additional ones in the tower without being restricted by, well, at some point we'll be restricted by the height of our roof. But it means we've got a little bit more room for growth because we could pop probably 1 or 2 extra batteries on each tower. So another one, battery, and then I imagine some sort of other hardware and a base, or maybe, I don't know what that is. Yeah, that looks like a bracket. So yesterday was all about the brackets and getting all that on the roof. Today I think is all about cabling. So we'll go and see how that's looking. So remember, we've got 2 sets of panels the other side of the roof. That cable has got to come up, or both cables have got to come up the top under the ridge and down this side, and then they're going to be hidden under here, which means the only thing that comes down and exits the building is just where the guys are working now. So that's the trays, which will, I imagine, all be hidden underneath the panels. And then conduit that's clipped to the top here, which is coming down. It's been stuck to the ridge, and although it is surface mounted, it's black and it's beyond the ridge, so I'm hoping that's quite invisible. Right, we just about got the pallet up, so the first job is all the panels going up. I've got a couple of little fussy bits to do because I'm fussy, and then make a start on this side of the roof. We'll get the drone up, show what's going on. I don't know how well that'll hold up, but it's certainly going to look a little bit more discreet if any of it does show. I'm going to wait. The other side is just a little bit damp still because the sun hasn't hit it, but it only takes a fraction of time for that all to dry off, and then I'll get those ends sprayed. Those fit onto the bottom of each unit panel?
Yes, the optimizers.
And you know which one's which?
This is where this really detailed on site drawing.
Oh, high tech, I like it.
Yeah. So we'll just peel the serial or the QR code off and then stick it exactly where
I see, okay,
we've got the panels, and then we'll, yeah.
Oh, so that's just the grid, so afterwards you can see it on the app.
We know exactly where they are, yeah.
Cool. And they're the strings, the layout?
Yes. Yep.
So it just runs in line with the
pretty much.
positive and negative come out the other side?
Yes. each panel clicks into the Tigos,
Yeah.
and then they're basically your strings what will connect each Tigo together.
Wind's died down a little bit, is it?
Yeah, this is helpful.
Yeah.
It's always perfect.
So that's half of the panels on, or nearly half, all on the east side of the roof. The guys are just putting the bird protection on, which is kind of the edging, and it's kind of a black comb that fits and covers that strip. Now I'll show you what my little spray paint addition worked out like. I'm really pleased actually how low profile these are. I wasn't quite sure how much they'd stick up off the roof, but I guess it's probably a 30mm track and a 30mm panel-ish. Well, what a morning shift. Look at that, 30 kilowatts installed, berg guard down, all wired up, done. So this side of the roof doesn't need to be revisited. The connections are already made. The strings from that side come up over the top in those conduits. So it's all good, all done. And we've just managed to get the forklift around with a full pallet of panels the other side and lifted those on, or they've lifted them on. I was just sat in the forklift, minding my own business. So next job, west side. Now I should be indoors finishing the plasterboarding with Tom. So that's exactly where I'm going now, but I'm going to set you up a time lapse so you can see all of this in its glory. Oh no, just thought I haven't done my spray paint yet. Quickly do that. It's going to be hot, it'll cook as soon as it hits that aluminium. So there we are, the panels are up, the scaffolding is due to come down, and next up will be the gateway and the battery install, which we'll be sharing in the next video. Actually, first up, we're going to do a bit of a Q&A video because there's a huge amount of information to share on this setup, and I couldn't cram it all into one. So the best way to do that is for me to go through the comments of this video. So if you've got any questions or comments on this install, leave them down below. We'll kind of put all those together, and then we will share with you how, why, and what we've installed, and also some more info on the battery system and the off-grid setup that we've got. And we will have also had a couple of weeks of it all installed and up and running, so we'll be able to share with you some of the initial sort of feedback, I guess, on how it's working on the farm. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed that bit of an insight into getting this install on. Really impressed with how it all worked. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description. Head over to 21 Degrees. I know they work nationally. They're certainly not on our doorstep, but that didn't stop it. They came down, they stayed overnight for a couple of nights at a local hotel, got this whole install done. Really impressed. And I'm sure they'll be back because they're still helping us with the MVHR and some other bits around the house. There we go. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.